Hey, yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Oh my gosh. Another day, another dollar. They mad. And they mad. I just felt like doing an impromptu stream. Make sure y'all get the likes up. I don't know how long it'll be. Depends on what type of traction we get in here. Make sure you guys show your support in ways you can. I want to give some more thoughts on Canelo versus Saunders. The haters are mad. Get the likes up. Shout out to my man Young Gun, Mad Brad. He said, salute Ego. You saved my life right now. I'm on my third shift trying to stay up. Listen, I told you what I came to do this year. I'm a damage the game. I'm a bully this YouTube algorithm. I'm doing my part. First thing I did when I tuned in, as always. Yeah, make it a habit. If y'all like the content, smash the like button. The man Daquandre, he already in the Cash App. The money keep coming in. We ain't even got to the boxing. Just continue to show your support. We're gonna keep it lit. Daquandre sent $2. Appreciate you. He said, salute. This is low key the Vampire's Dream. Yeah, it's definitely that. It's like 9:30. Was it 9:30 for me? Yo, get the likes up. We'll get it kicking. We'll get it rocking. Canelo Saunders, I want to touch on a couple things. Demetrius Andrade, I made a video, about him crashing the press conference. Listen, we're going to talk about it all. Like, listen, let me lead in with the boo-boo. I need y'all to get the likes up. I'm going to lead with the boo-boo situation. I've already talked about it, but now that I'm live in the flesh, I'll be able to respond. Demetrius Andrade and Canelo, we all know they could have fought for years now. Demetrius Andrade has called out Canelo several times, 154, 160, 168. But he went to the press conference, and I gave you my thoughts on that, like him showing up and all that. I thought the timing was off. Listen, I've always pulled for Andrade to get a Canelo fight. But the way Andrade, look at how Andrade has, like, you got to blame some of this on Andrade, bro. You got to blame some of this on Andrade. Look at how he's branded his career. Look at how, like, I have firsthand knowledge that he could have signed with PBC, right? Firsthand knowledge before the Eddie Hearn deal. Listen, we got to stop giving passes in boxing when fighters make their bed and get treated bad as a result of it. You know what I mean? Like, part of being a man and being in the struggle is making the decisions that you make. You see what I'm saying? Being the man I am, I live by the sword, die by the sword. The stuff I say I believe in, I really truly believe in. Demetrius Andrade, as long as I can remember, has been a top talent, a terrific fighter, a skilled fighter, but he's always been mismanaged. And then portion of that is kind of what he's, you know what I mean? What he's doing. Oh my gosh, my man, Business Brain. Listen, this is what we talking about. Hold on. Ego's army is in here. Let me read that so y'all can hear it. Listen, I see why I'm pertinent to the game of boxing. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of crazy narratives and stuff. Business Brain, he hit the nail on the head. He says, Business Brain says, Andrade, he don't get no passes like Crawford get no passes. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of misdirected anger and, things like that. For starters, this is just my opinion. I thought Canelo did his thing versus Billy Joe Saunders. That was a top 5 guy. I don't think Billy Joe Saunders had no crazy resume at 168, but he's all around. He's a solid. He was supposed to do all this damage and be a slickster. This is what y'all built him up as. Y'all said Billy Joe Saunders was this person. I'm the one that kept it true from the beginning. I kept it G and told you Billy Joe Saunders is better at 160. But they said he was the technician and he was the guy. Canelo's difficult fight. So we took it into consideration. Canelo did his thing. He disposed of him nicely. He eradicated his foe. He damaged his eye. That's all I know. Shout out to L Flowers. Ego, it's been a minute, but I see something. Oh, wow. She got the eye jokes with the Billy Joe Saunders. Y'all tripping. Shout out to L Flowers. What's up? She probably been busy working. Listen, my man Daquandre said we got to smoke him like Crawford. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what Business Brain is saying. Right? Andrade did, in my opinion, top fighter, been chasing Canelo for years. Common sense. The timing that he did it and how it looked goofy to me. I'm not anti a fighter trying to create static and to create, put the fighter in the pressure. But the way he went about it and the way his dad went about it was destined to fail. You take over. Okay, first of all, Canelo, they said he did 71,000 plus tickets. He's coming off a knockout performance. He's at his press conference, and then you show up like, hey, fight me, and make it about you, and then get booted from the press conference. That looked goofy to me, bro. That looked goofy. Like you did what? Okay, my thing is this. If you show up and storm the press conference, you're supposed to, in my opinion, you're pushing for a fight and you're supposed to be seen. You got to escort it out. You know what I mean? Because you let Canelo, get the out of here. Get out of here. Canelo was going crazy and kicking you out and the people was laughing at you. Y'all sent this to me like I was finna be impressed by that, bro. Y'all, boo, bro, what happened? All he did is got kicked out the press conference. And then your promoter that y'all love so dearly, Eddie Hearn, sicked the security on him. I don't know if y'all heard it. He said, Nick. So I'm assuming Nick is the security guard that was ushering him and his dad out the press conference. And y'all think I'm supposed to be impressed by that? Listen, the way Edeslandi Lara did it, bro, he popped up. There was not a bunch of yelling, and he upstaged Canelo after the Angulo performance and said, "What's good? You trying to fight me or what?" That whole situation, like, oh, F you, like back and forth, and then like trying to steal. To me, it looked like it backfired. It backfired, and the moment it really backfired was the moment your promoter, you have a white promoter, Demetrius Andrade from the UK, and he basically put you in your place and let the whole world know by his actions, you're not getting the Canelo fight. You're not even on the priority list. Right? Why would they call security on you like you the parachute man that just parachuted into the one fight? So your promoter ain't even backing you. You know what I'm saying? In this situation. And I would venture off to say his promoter, listen to how his promoter, listen, this is what I said. See, I destroy him. That's why what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. I'm destroying him. You guys listen to all this different boxing talk and there's different people on the tube and you listen to what you want. Listen to me now. You on my channel. This is my perspective. Bro, the timing looked bad. You didn't, if you envision this in your head, I'm pretty sure that's not the end result that you wanted. So what I'm saying is if you're going to run up and pull up, you're supposed to get the commotion going that leads to a fight. That wasn't it. people get mad at me because Canelo hasn't fought Andrade, and then the way it looked like Andrade was trying to steal the scene and desperate and thirsty. That made you look bad, bro. Canelo got the knockout, so 70,000 people are just like, yeah, off the rush off that. To me, that wasn't it. I'm just telling you what my opinion is. Andrade's a beast. He's a dope fighter. I personally like the fight with Canelo and Andrade, but Canelo was like, get the fuck out of here, get out of here, get out of here, leave. You ain't fight nobody. And from what I seen from like the internet and fan stuff and comments, nobody really sided with Demetrius Andrade. People look at it, they laughing at you because Canelo's kicking you out, your promoter's kicking you out. You stole the scene for a couple seconds and they try to roast your resume. That's not it, bro. You guys can say whatever you want. But to me, that wasn't what you want. Shane Mosley, he jumped in the ring on Floyd Mayweather, got the Mayweather fight. Floyd was like, don't disrespect me. I just beat Marquez. Don't disrespect me, Shane. And he's like, nah, I just want to fight. And then they end up fighting. Sean Porter and his dad, right? Sean Porter and his dad, Kenny Porter, in the ring on Nick Garcia in Vegas. They live in Vegas when Nick Garcia knocked out Brandon Rios, right? And they came in the ring barking and stuff and got in the face, blah, blah, blah. Fight happened. I could tell you 1,000% Demetrius Andrade's next fight won't be Canelo. Everything at that press conference let me know that. So you didn't get what you want. So like, bro, it didn't resonate with me. It didn't hit. Floyd put his hand in his face. I don't remember that. He mushed him. I don't remember that. Y'all acted like Andre put like a full court press on Canelo. He didn't tell us nothing new. We know Canelo hasn't fought him. That's apparent. You can go to Box Record and knew that. That wasn't it. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. To me, that wasn't it. That in no way, shape, or form got you to fight. It backfired. It shows he's not scared of Canelo. But whoever said that Andre was scared of Canelo? That's a dumb response, as far as I'm concerned. Bro, you came in as like, okay, first of all, I'm just being real with you. He said Boo Boo's dad made it worse. Yeah, then they start cussing and then they kicked him out. It didn't. What did it do for you, for your brand? Like, bro, no, first of all, that comment was stupid as hell. Man, give me some better work. I'm the realest in this boxing talk, bro. Give me some better work. First of all, nobody said Andrade or thought Andrade was afraid of anybody. So, block B King. Instead of listening, they want to talk. Get him out of here. Get B King. Get BB King. We gonna give you the blues. Get him out my chat. Y'all gonna listen today. Shout out to Cito. Get rid of BB King. Escort him out like Demetrius Andrade and his pops. We gonna do like Canelo. Get the fuck out of here, bro. We gonna escort you out like Andrade, the Andrades. Woo! Shout out to Daquandre. Thank you. Shout out to Cito the Great. The money keep coming in. $2. Listen, people do this, do a little bit of this. Yeah, we gonna give BB King the blues. What they talking about, bro? So your pop start yelling, then y'all got kicked out even worse. Your promoter didn't back you up. You didn't get close to Canelo, like to get in his face or like, you know what I'm saying, rah, rah, rah in front of him. Canelo just had a victory against a ranked guy in the division. And here's the other thing. Demetrius Andrade, this is my personal opinion. Great fighter, skilled fighter, but the way his career has moved for the last several years, you could really argue that his best win is probably Vanes Martirosyan. So that's something that should have been addressed with his promotion well before this. Well before this. You should have like, hey, you got an Eddie Hearn, blah, 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 or Banner Boxer, whoever he was with for the last decade. You got to release me. I'm going to PBC or I'm going to be a free agent. Y'all need to give me some better fights. So for me, the whole thing, the timing was way off. The timing was way off. Canelo just sold out 71,000 plus. He just had a knockout, against a ranked guy in a unification. It's his moment. And Andre came in to not get backed up by his own promoter, and Canelo tried to roast him, like, get the out of here. And people were laughing at Canelo's jokes, and Canelo's English roast game was up to par. And then they escort you out, and then everybody goes about their day. And your pops is yelling, "Hey, my son, fight us, fight us." Bro, that's not that didn't look bracken to me. That wasn't bro. He's like, yeah. Payday, you want a payday? Want a paid? Bro, you didn't win the battle or whatever you were trying to do, in my view. Now you could be like, who, bro, you didn't win the battle. Like, Canelo tried to roast you and he did it in English. And you like, "Hey, my son," as you're getting kicked out. Bro, you're supposed to never let him see you sweat, in my opinion. So that wasn't the way that, to me, the approach and the timing, you know what I mean? It just didn't hit. It didn't resonate. It didn't suit his agenda or what he was going after from what I'm seeing. For example, you hate Billy Joe because he's white. Block him. What I didn't even say nothing. We're not even talking about Billy Joe right now. Block him. Give me some better work. Hey, give me some better work. Block Jose. Oh, they doing fake Mexican names and Spanish names and stuff now. Oh my gosh. Bro, where did that even come from? The black channel, the Mexican channel, bro. Now they have fake imposters. Like, he just randomly said that. Whatever. Anyway, the money keep coming in. We got to tell a cash app. When they hate, donate. I don't know what else to tell you. Listen, y'all gonna force me to drink. I'm about to get a refill. Y'all force me to drink. Get the lights up. Get my lights up. Y'all forcing me to drink. Oh shit. That sounded like that video I posted where the dude got hit in the head with the bottle. Oh my gosh. Y'all, listen. Y'all forcing me to drink. Get the lights up. See what I have to deal with? This is why I get paid the big bucks. Whatever Demetrius Andrade had in his head, to me, that wasn't the look. That didn't really pan off well. I did, like, first of all, when you run up on a fighter, you're supposed to get people on your side so they advocating for the fight. To me, he didn't really do that. Yo, get the likes up. I didn't see the commentary of a bunch of people on this fight. The timing was way off, bro. Mark my words, the timing was off. Canelo had a good performance against a ranked guy, and he said, "Who did you beat, or who have your opponents beat?" Bro, Canelo has a better resume. We know that. That's just what it is. He has a better resume than Andrade. Part of it is because politics, and Andrade's been the boogeyman. But at the end of the day, that's the result. Canelo had good marketing. You haven't. So they just like try to sun you and embarrass you. It just didn't look good to me. You know what I mean? And like I said, it looks even worse when Eddie Hearn been working with Canelo 3 fights. He been working with you since the DAZN was announced, and he's sicking security on you, bro. It's over. It's over. Your own promoter. How you gonna get the fight if you're a promoter? It's over at that. Listen, that's why what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. I'm destroying them. When your own promoter, right? When your own promoter is kicking you out the event, out the press conference, because you're getting too ghetto, it's over. You're not going to get the fight. Your own promoter is obviously kissing Canelo's ass. He likes working with them, and he's kicking you out. He's like, "Nick, Billy, get him." Bro, it's over. How you going to get the fight if your promoter kicking you out when you trying to pull up on him? Come on, bro. So it didn't hit. It backfired. It made him look like more desperate. Canelo looked like he did good numbers, very sharp performance, in my opinion. I don't see how y'all had Billy Joe Saunders ahead. So it just didn't work for me. Hearn did him greasy. Shout out to Business Brain. Hearn did him greasy. He kicked him out. So it's over at that point. You came in on this renegade mission with you and your pops, and it just didn't work. That's what I'm saying. The timing was bad. The other thing is this. I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but like you, the common themes that I say, I can't speak for nobody else. The timing was bad. Here's another example of why, to me, the timing was bad. Demetrius Andrade, his last performance, shout out to Mexico. Shout out to my man Terrorist from Mexico. Demetrius Andrade, he's coming off of a Liam Williams performance. Wasn't promoted, didn't have a big buzz. I watched it. I'm a boxing fan. I watched it. You know, I didn't do no Boxingego watch party on it or nothing. And the performance, I thought he convincingly won, but it was far from making a big impactful splash on the 160-pound division, the Liam Williams performance. It was like a workmanlike performance. After that, your own promoter, once again, told the whole world, if I was Triple G, if I was Canelo, or if I was Triple G, or if I was Charlo, I would be like, I could beat that guy based on that performance. I could beat him. I could definitely beat him. And then your promoter, Eddie Hearn, threw you under the bus, said he'll fight for cheap. Showtime, you guys could take the fight. We could do it on DAZN, or we could send him to Showtime. He'll take whatever Devin Chenko. Andrade, the whole outfit, they got the boy looking desperate. Your promoter said he could send you to Showtime for cheap. And then Tom Brown with PBC, you know, who works with Showtime and Fox, said, of course, Eddie Hearn is trying to, I made videos about all this. Tom Brown, who works again with PBC, Fox, and Showtime, and Al Heyman, he says, of course, Eddie Hearn is trying to pawn off Demetrius Andrade on us. So if you don't have the buy-in of your own promoter, you're not going to get the fight, bro. So all this other ruckus and putting pressure, you lost. You lost just because your promoter, right? Just because your promoter is not on your side. So that, to me, the whole thing is just dead in the water. Like, imagine me telling my friends that I'm going to spend the night at their house. They're having a big party or something. But then my parents don't. They said you can't stay the night. Then as a child, I couldn't stay the night. My parents have the ultimate, you know, veto power. So no matter what I say, I'm a kid. I'm the child. If my parents ain't going to co-sign and allow, you know what I'm saying? So they talk to the other kids' parents and like, hey, is it okay if Ego spends the night? We were having a party. If if their parents talked to my parents when I was a kid and my parents said, no, he can't spend the night, it's over. Regardless of what I say. Do you guys get the analogy? Regardless of what I say, it's over. My parents have the ultimate power to veto everything. So the fact that Eddie Hearn is not on Demetrius Andrade's side shows you that this was a bad move that Andrade must be held accountable for, that he's made in his career. He could have fought Jermell Charlo, and then he pulled out. Block Rod. Thank you for participating. Block him. He could have fought Jermell Charlo. He pulled out. He could have went to PBC. He chose not to. So at some point, we have to start viewing the fighter and their choices and the choices they make to see, are you part of why you're in the predicament that you're in? Yes, you've been avoided. Yes, we get that. You've been ducked. But what about pulling out of the Charlo fight? That Charlo didn't pull out. You pulled out. Look it up. It was a Showtime card, Amir Khan versus Devin Alexander. My memory is impeccable. Andrade and his dad pulled out of that fight. So you could have at least had if you could beat him, a victory over Jermell Charlo, but you pulled out. So like I said, at some point, the fighters have to be held accountable for the decisions that they make. Signing extensions like Terrence Crawford, Ryan Garcia signing an extension for Golden Boy and then having problems with Oscar. At what point do we hold the fighter accountable for the career and the direction of their career if they're not getting what they want from it? So I wasn't as impressed as some of you guys seem to be with the Andrade quote unquote pressure, because he didn't really put no pressure. The other thing that to me that made it look bad and made it look goofy. See, I know a lot more than some people know, so these are just my opinions. Andrade during fight week, right? He came to the weigh-in wearing a Billy Joe Saunders team jumpsuit. I don't know if you noticed that. He had a Billy Joe Saunders, a Team Saunders tracksuit. I don't know how, I don't know why, or whatever, but let me explain. This is why it looks desperate. This is why it looks bad. He came to the Canelo, we'll say it's the weigh-in. It was one of the fight week media days. Boo Boo pulled up and he had a Billy Joe Saunders team tracksuit, right? For fight week. Then he was with Billy Joe Saunders' team, all smiles and chagrin and dapping them up. But I thought they were ops too, and Billy Joe Saunders ducked you. So to me, that right there was goofy behavior. Where I'm from, the Bay Area, that would be kind of goofy behavior, bro. Because Billy Joe Saunders, it's not just Canelo. Billy Joe Saunders, I thought, was the ops too, because he was actually scheduled to fight you at a point in time, failed a drug test with oxfiliorine or whatever, and he never rescheduled the match. And then he later got a Canelo match before you. And you're kicking it with Billy Joe Saunders' team, wearing a Billy Joe Saunders tracksuit, the guy who would actually lose to Canelo. So to me, that was already a kind of a weird, hell yeah, ego, Cali love from the Bay. Man, y'all know what it is. So I thought that was weird that he was even with Saunders' team and wearing a Billy Joe Saunders tracksuit. But then peep this. Then Billy Joe Saunders, after wearing the Billy Joe Saunders tracksuit and dapping up his team and posting a video about it, like I said, some of y'all don't know this stuff, right? After doing that, Andrade shows up to the actual fight on fight night, Canelo versus Saunders, right? And he had a shirt that says Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders are ducking Boo Boo Andrade. So whatever your strategy is looks all over the place, bro. That looked goofy to me. One day you have a Billy Joe Saunders tracksuit on, a Team Saunders. It says it was like a playoff of Canelo's No Boxing, No Life. It said No God, No Life, and it had Billy Joe Saunders' initials like right here. So 1 minute you're wearing the tracksuit, but then for the fight you're wearing a T-shirt, like an iron-on T-shirt that says Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo are ducking Andrade. So I'm like, why was he wearing Billy? It's just weird. That's just like weird behavior. Why is he wearing Billy Joe Saunders' tracksuit, the guy that pulled out of a fight for you because he failed a drug test? No, Icy, stop blocking people for stuff like that. I'm explaining how he's weird or the behavior is weird. So stop blocking people for that. Demetrius Andrade showed up and took a video and posted it with Billy Joe Saunders' team. And he had a Billy Joe Saunders team tracksuit. So I don't know if he was picking a side or to insult Canelo. I don't know what it was all about. But then you have like an iron-on T-shirt at the fight saying Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo are ducking Boo Boo Andrade. So I was like, that's kind of weird. Why are you wearing somebody's tracksuit that I thought was the ops? And then the next day you calling them out and calling out Canelo, and then Billy Joe Saunders gets retired on the stool and loses, and then you crash the press conference. But to me, it kind of backfired. So to me, the whole situation, the time is bad. Timing was real bad. That's my honest opinion. The way it played out, the whole thing was weird. Billy Joe's, why did he wear Billy Joe Saunders tracksuit and then call out Billy Joe Saunders on another shirt? So it just makes it look thirsty and desperate. I feel like you should have picked like one strategy and just stuck to it. You know, the other thing is he also posted a video when Canelo passed him in the lobby and then he said, "Hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah." You know what I mean? And then he acted regular when Canelo was walking to the weigh-in, but then you crash his press conference. It doesn't look good, bro. You see what I'm saying? So you're wearing a Billy Joe Saunders team suit, then you switch your shirt for fight night the next day, and you're calling out Billy Joe Saunders, and you're calling out Canelo. You pass Canelo in the lobby, and then you crash the press conference and start yelling and, you know, taking the moment. It just, the whole thing looked weird, bro. Like he posted, and then he started it off. He said, "Oh yeah, when we gonna get the fight?" I guess it's the approach, you know. I guess it's the approach of how he did it was just weird to me. Then Andre said, "Hey, I'm a fan of yours," and then Canelo said, "Oh, I know you're a fan of me. I know you're a fan." That I would have never told, like me. I don't know, if I was trying to fight somebody, I definitely wouldn't have said that. I definitely wouldn't have said I'm a fan of yours. Like, it's just the whole approach was weird. I don't think it was thought out. And then Canelo starts saying, "Just, you ain't fought nobody. Get the out of here. Get the out of here. Leave." And then he actually got kicked out. To me, it didn't suit the purpose that I think Andre was going after. That's my whole point. If everything I just explained, right? He said that's MGK on Eminem. Yeah, he complimenting Eminem for being dope, but you're supposed to be dissing him. It just looked weird to me. Block Phillip. I ain't even gonna read that. I don't care what you're talking about. Block him. Block Phillip. You did all that typing for nothing. Bro, you must pay me. I'm not reading that. You know I'm not gonna read that. Phil, you know I'm not gonna read that. You type all them words for nothing. Block them. Bro, he typed a whole long paragraph just to get blocked. I ain't reading that. Yeah, Philip up out of here. Yeah, we about to fill up with hoes, bro. You about to get filled up with hoes. The shooters was on you. You get filled up with these bullets. Let's get it. I seen Fernando Vargas, but he has a right to say that because his eye was crazy and he didn't even want the fight stop. He said Phil smashing his keyboard right now. Facts. Listen, I thought the whole Demetrius Andrade approach to put pressure on, it just didn't resonate with me. You know, the timing was bad. Here's another reason why, right? And so we're clear. I never said the Canelo Andrade fight is not a good fight. I still would like to see that fight. But the approach that Andrade took, it missed me. It me personally, ego, it missed me. Like, it wasn't strategic. It backfired. They tried to embarrass you. It just didn't look right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get the likes up. The haters is out. If you want to continue to stream, listen, I've already made my money for the month, just so you know. Shout out to everybody for the support. But after last night, I've already made my money for the month. All the super chats to the cash apps. If y'all want to keep this going, smash the like button. I don't even have to do any videos for the rest of the month. My rent's paid, all my bills, but I don't have no car note. Let's go. Mother's Day is already taken care of. I went, gave my mama a gift. Listen, if y'all want to continue, we got to get them likes up. Y'all not going to let them come in and disrespect me. I tell you, these live streams, they're going to cost you. I'm taxing the game. Likes or loot. So you could do it the free way or you could do it the pay way. But it's going to be one of those two ways. My time is money. If that don't work, then I'll just go and make a regular video. And I know those will hit. So y'all not gonna let them keep coming back, waste my time. My time is money, and I'm always on the grind, and I always got a lot on mine. So I was Demetrius Andre's approach to putting pressure. I don't think it successfully did that. You see what I'm saying? Again, I'm not saying that Andre versus Canelo is a bad fight. I've always pushed for that fight to happen. I did not like Canelo saying you'll never get the fight, because that just seems like you don't want to fight him. But again, I think Andre's approach was lacking. You know, you're saying, like, why would you, if you're running up on somebody, it's just, maybe it's his personality, I don't know. But you're running up on somebody at their press conference, interrupting the scene, making it about you, and trying to put pressure on them. And one of your leadoff statements is, I'm a fan of yours. I would never say that, even if it was the truth. Me personally, I would never say that. He said, I'm a fan of yours. And Canelo's like, I know. And then he starts saying, get the out of here, get the out of here. I would have never, if I was Andre, I wouldn't have did that, because I wouldn't want to be viewed as desperate. And that's what I think where it backfired. People are looking at it like that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it is a good fight. I never said it wasn't a good fight. It's just the approach he took to try to get it. That just like, you're not supposed, if you pull up on somebody, you're supposed to pull up and get fans and stuff on your side, so people are like, man, this guy gotta see him now. But the way he went about it, he changed the whole environment in the press conference. People laughing at Canelo, and Canelo was like roasting you in English. You got kicked out. Your promoter didn't back you up. You got sent out the room. You got put in timeout. That's not it, bro. Like, you didn't get to touch him, and he's like, man, don't talk to my dad like that. It was embarrassing to me. I'm just being real. It looked embarrassing, bro. And then, like I said, the timing was bad. You fought Liam Williams in the last fight. I thought he won, but it was not a star-making performance. The other reason why the timing is bad is Canelo just sold out 73,000, 71,000, whatever number they're going with, right? They said he sold 70,000 plus tickets. He got a knockout. You could just let him have his moment, unless you have like some better material. The other reason why the timing was bad is, I truly believe Demetrius Andrade should have been doing this when they were both at 154 or 160. Why would you wait until Canelo fought at 75 and now is campaigning and told the whole world that he wants to fight 168? And then that's when you do it. You're not even at 168. Does that make sense to you? Bro, you're not even in his weight class at the moment. You, like, to this day, to my knowledge, Demetrius Andrade has 0 fights at 168. So if Canelo just told Golovkin, who he has 2 fights with, right, that Golovkin has to come up to 168 to see him, then that means Andrade has to come to 168 to see him too, where he won't be a champion immediately until he beats a champion, and he has no bodies under that resume. So, like I said, the whole situation was weird. Again, life is about timing. He should have did this at 54. When you were at 54 and Canelo's at 54, Canelo weight 155, then you should have pulled this stunt, right? When you were both at 160 champions, then you should have ran up and staged him or whatever after his performance. Then it would have looked better, in my opinion. You wait till he has a good performance against some guy that some people, at least old media, thought could beat him, has a good performance, packs the house. Your last fight, some people, the critics were hard on him, and you're not even in the weight class. It did not hit. And did not hit. And then Canelo's trying to sun you and roast you. It just, to me, it looked bad, bro. It looked bad. He tried to humiliate you. Get the out of here. You fight nobody. He's like, you keep fighting no. It's bad. Like, to me, that backfired because you didn't get the desired result. That's my opinion. Demetrius Andrade is not at 168 right now. You see what I'm saying? And here's the other thing. If Canelo is going to fight somebody at 168, right? Let's just be honest with ourselves. Like I said, I don't know what y'all listen to. I don't know who y'all listen to. This is just my opinion, right? Canelo Alvarez block Wade Walker. That isn't that the dude from the other day? Isn't Wade Walker the stalker from the other day? Remember Wade Walker, the stalker? He walked in and he was stalking me, kept talking to me. Listen, is that the name from the other day? If the shooters remember that name, block him. He said he always trying to be here. Well, he always getting blocked by my shooters. Listen, if Canelo, first of all, he said he's trying to be undisputed. Whatever. We know that's what he said he was trying to do. So maybe the Caleb Plant fight happens. That's an actual champion at 168 in the remaining belt that he needs. However, let's say he doesn't fight Caleb Plant. There are names at 168 or that could fight at 168 that at this point they have branded themselves better and have quitted themselves differently in their recent performances. So they would probably be ahead of the queue. See that? You see what I'm saying? Demetrius Andrade is kind of getting passed up a bit, right? And maybe this was the goal from all along from Canelo. I don't know. But he could fight Caleb Plant. That's a great fight. And he has a belt. But even if he fights a guy with no belt, Charlo has a bigger brand, I would imagine, at the moment. And that's a big fight, especially in Texas, that they could do. Or if we're going to fight, if Canelo's going to fight like a beltless person, why not David Benavidez or Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez? You see what I'm saying? Like, I think these names and these brands would probably make for bigger fights. Listen, I feel bad because Demetrius Andrade is in the position that he's in. At the same time, he is also partly responsible. The way he's wiggled through the game, the way he's moved, who he's tied his sodas Royal Oats with, whatever. Bro, Eddie Hearn ain't giving you the fights. That's that. So he's not giving you much ammunition to make your case outside of the fact that you're just a good fighter. And we know someone at Canelo's level and the way Canelo particularly moves, bro, it's like Pacquiao. Pacquiao is not finna just fight a guy, Jaron Ennis. You know why? Because Jaron Ennis, as dope as he is, or Virgil Ortiz, these are great fighters, but their brand is not where it needs to be. And you just know it's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to lure the A side in like that. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like you got to branding yourself and getting the fans on your side, and that stuff is important. That's important. That's very important. Like when Errol Spence was gunning down Kell Brook, myself and a ton of fans, especially on my channel, were supporting that. They were like, yeah, Kell Brook need to give Errol Spence his chance. But I feel like over the years, based on Demetrius Andrade not getting no big opportunities, no matter what promoters he's with, some people are kind of over it, and he hasn't had a big fight, and we know he's good, but it's just like you're not gonna not fight the credible fights and then just jump up to the biggest fights available that easily. You know what I'm saying? So I just think there's been very little branding over the years to put Andrade in a position. He has gotten no big fights at all. None. And if you look at it, Demetrius Andrade and Terrence Crawford, their careers have a lot of similarities. Both black, both undefeated, both monsters in the ring and skilled, but there's also a depth of resume that's lacking for Crawford, more so at welterweight. I'm not going to bash his 35 and 40 days and stuff like that. He got some good names, but as far as welterweight, so there's a lot of parallels there. Same thing with Andrade, bro. You just fought Liam Williams and Lucas Keeler. This is who they got you fighting, and you think you're going to just crash Canelo's press conference and then people are going to be on your side to get that fight? If anything, if Charlo did it, then you would probably see more energy because Charlo's branded himself. We know he fought Derevchenko and Matt Korobov. You see what I'm saying? So it's just different. You got to take all that into consideration. So if Canelo was going to fight someone at 68 that has no belt, I can imagine Charlo and Benavidez would be more attractive fights for that, you know, in terms of everything than Andrade. I seen Jermel's tweet. He tried to violate Boo Boo. I seen it. I don't know. It missed me, bro. I missed Jermel Charlo too. Jermel Charlo, I'll read what he said. Hold on. Bro, you're supposed to like win the fans over so the fans fight the battle. Like, okay, for example, fans right now are fighting the battle for Deontay Wilder. They want justice to be served and they want Tyson Fury to honor the contract because notice Wilder doesn't look like Demetrius Andrade. Everybody that I know is pulling for Wilder to get that run back with Tyson Fury. Everybody. I have not really seen, aside for a couple of people like old media, I haven't really seen people, the British teeth in old media, I haven't really seen people who don't want to see Wilder return and don't want to see Wilder. But Wilder also is not putting himself or making himself look desperate. He's just saying what it is, and he's saying he want that run back, and Fury need to man up and fight him. So it's kind of, like I said, it's an approach. But anyway, Jermel Charlo, this is what he said about Andrade and his dad running up. Demetrius Andrade, he said, Boo Boo and his dad are straight bums. Totally disrespectful. He listened to his dad. That's why they running around broke as begging for a fight. Both dummies. Oh, he's trying to violate. Yeah, he violating, bro. He said they both dummies running around broke. So, like, I didn't say all that. I don't care about the money and stuff like that. But that's Jermel Charlo's. Bro, Jermel Charlo was about to fight Andrade and he pulled out. So you got to look at stuff like that. Like, you had an opportunity to have a credible name right there, and then you turned it down, or the money wasn't good enough. You signed to Eddie Hearn and probably re-signed to Eddie Hearn, and he's giving you 0 fights that boost. You could, like, how come? Listen, you got to look at the full spectrum. How come Andrade ain't never fought Saunders? Block JT. What is that? Look at his cover. He got a Just For Me cover. Look at that. Look, you know when you buy the do-rag and it got the dude on the cover? That's JT. Hold on. Listen, bro, why he got a do-rag cover picture? Hold on. That can't be a real bruh. Who is that? No, please. I hope y'all can see still because he got blocked. Look at JT's. Look at his default picture, bro. That's an S-Curl Kit cover photo, bro. He came off the do-rag cover. That can't be real, bro. Y'all see him? That man put that texturizer in his shit. You see that? Just for me. Yeah, he got that Murray's in his. Bro, he got that Murray's hair grease. Bro, he trying to get some waves or something. Who was that? He got waves? He wavy? Man, who y'all send for me, bro? He put that Murray's. He got that Murray's. Bro, that Murray's canister lasts for like 28 years. You'll never run out of Murray's. It don't matter how much you consume. That Murray's canister lasts for 28 years straight. Bro, get him out of here. He put that pink oil moisturizer in his. I could tell, bro. He looked like one of them weirdos that would dye their beard like blonde. Antonio Brown looking motherfucker, bro. Anyway, Demetrius Andrade, he missed me with the whole little thing because it just looked bad. Bro, your promoter called security on you. It's over. Bro, your promoter said, Nick, you know, it's over. He was sick and security on you. It failed. The mission has failed. And then you start screaming, hey, don't talk to my dad like that. Like, bro, that was not the look. Y'all, listen, y'all thought that, like, I'm all for the trash talk and the run up. A way that looked good, Danny Jacobs and Jamal Charlo. That was, to me, that was cool. That was fly. They both exchanged their little words, and that was cool. That was cool. Danny Jacobs and the Barclays with Jamal Charlo. That Andre stuff. Hey man, get your hands off me. Hey, I'm gonna fuck you up. Hey, and then Andre said, "Oh, I'm gonna catch you," and that wasn't the look to me. He said, "You gonna catch you," and he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And Canelo, Canelo just disrespected. I wasn't feeling it. He got his Murrays from Costco. Get him out of here. I did not like the approach and the timing. It didn't hit for me. That's my honest opinion. Like you couldn't even get close to him, or like man, I'll run, like if I was trying to pull, I'll run in there and flip the desk over. It's like, let's get it. Like, you only got one shot. You better do not miss your chance to blow, because opportunity, bro. If I'm getting kicked out, I'm about to knock a chair over or something. Bro, I put that on. Man, get the hell off me. Listen, I don't care if it's Canelo. I'm gonna flip the desk. I'm gonna do something, you know, or punch the security. Something, something. If you know, that's how I look at it. And here's the other thing: people getting hyped off this, bro. He pulled up. Andre pulled up. Just listen. Andre pulled up after Charlo beat Jamal beat J Rock. Did the same thing. It got some clicks, got a couple clicks at the time. He's never fought Charlo. So it's not clearly something that Andre's team, or an inability, or maybe he got bad grades, so he's ineligible. I don't know what it is, bro, but it's not happening. Listen, none of this stuff is happening for Andre, bro. So your people can't get you what you need. He did the same thing to Charlo. I know y'all remember. He pulled up on Charlo and he's like, "Hey, would you go fight me?" Bah, 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 bah. Bah, 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 bah. And that was years ago, like 2016 probably. And he's never fought Charlo. He's never got either Charlo. He pulled out of one of the Charlo fights. So I just thought the timing was bad. Canelo, first of all, he tried to sun you. Second of all, he said he was going for undisputed. Third of all, the timing is horrible. You're not even at 168. So why didn't you do this at 54 or 160 when you guys were both there? That I could get behind that, because at 160 he was a champion and Canelo was a champion. So at 160 when he was there, that's when I would have did this if I was going to do it. You see what I'm saying? Pull up on him right there. But you waited till he had a good performance against a ranked dude, 71,000 people, and then you did all that, and then your promoter doesn't back you up. You get escorted out. Don't disrespect my pop. I'm gonna get you, and they kicking you out, and matchroom security. I don't think it looked good. You know what I mean? It didn't look good. That's my honest opinion. And he's not getting the fight off of that. You see what I'm saying? Because Canelo's almost able to weasel out of fighting him, because he just roasted it, and Andre kind of looked in, like, it was just kind of an embarrassing moment. So you actually kind of gave Canelo a way out of fighting you. Like, it just was, to me, it wasn't applying smart pressure, tactical pressure to get the fans on your side. Fans is like, from what I seen, the overview, they was laughing like, "Oh, he looked crazy. He looked crazy." You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just don't think it gets him closer to his goal. That's basically. Canelo just did an interview with Brian Custer, and he said the same thing. I mean, we know what it is, bro. So I wasn't as impressed as some of you guys were with that. I mean, A for effort, I guess, but Canelo was like trying to sun you and people was laughing. And then he, it's just embarrassing to get kicked out of anywhere, you and your dad and stuff. And it just looked like a desperate plea. I just feel like at best, if you were going to do that, you should do that 54 at 160 because you had a lot of people on your side, like me. You know what I mean? You had a lot of people who you were fresh in their mind. You were the hot commodity. You know what I'm saying? Like the timing is, you can't wait till nobody has even really followed some of your recent fights and then do it. You see what does that make sense to y'all? Like some people can probably say they haven't even seen Demetrius Andre's last two fights or haven't watched both of them from start to finish, right? They haven't been feeding you. Or okay, listen, how many people watch Artur Akov fight with Demetrius Andre? Don't lie, be honest. From start to finish, you watch Andre versus Artur Akov. Who watched Artur Akov versus Demetrius Andre fight? Say me or not me. If you didn't watch it, say not me. If you watched it, say me. He said, who? Okay, Cinnamon Savage said, I did. Blood Gang said, I did. Okay, how many people watch Lucas Keeler? Say me or not me. Lucas Keeler, Demetrius Andre fight from start to finish. I'm going to teach you something about timing. I watched 12 minutes of highlights, exactly. How many people watched the Lucas Keeler fight? Okay, me, not me. Ricky watched it. I didn't. LJ said, not me. That's what I'm saying. So that you got people you missing in action. Not everyone's catching your fight. How many people watched the Liam Williams fight from start to finish? He said they lying. They didn't watch those damn fights. That's what I'm saying. These people probably just putting whatever. Who watched the Liam Williams fight, the whole thing? The fight came on at like 2 p.m. for me. Me, nope, me. See, that's what I'm saying. So some of the core audience that watches boxing, that's why we're all here, haven't been able to keep up with all your fights because they haven't been of a big enough magnitude that Eddie Hearn has gotten for you. So, trying to strong arm him, you're just not going to have pressure on your side. Like I said, if he did at 54, there was a lot of pressure and people was pulling for him to get the fight. At 160, he was pulling for him to get the fight. But after so long of Andre not being able to get the marquee fights, some people, they just move on to other things. He said, I was asleep. See, come on. So I think the timing is bad, bro. The timing is bad. We're like at a point where Wilder's, his star power is big, Canelo, Errol Spence. You don't really see a strong branding code for Andre at the moment based on the fights. If he was fighting Saunders, that would be a good fight. I would everybody would be trying to see. If he got Triple G, he's not getting none of them fights that would make noise. So again, this has been the everlasting problem with Demetrius Andre. And again, some of it is just he being a boogeyman. Maybe people don't want to fight him. I get that. At the same time, Errol Spence was a boogeyman. Am I wrong? Was Errol Spence a boogeyman when he was coming through the ranks and all he could get was Chris Van Herdeen, Chris Algieri? He couldn't get Pacquiao, couldn't get Keith Thurman, couldn't get Errol Spence, couldn't get Kell Brook at the time. He was a boogeyman too. But guess what? Errol Spence made good business decisions. He was with a winning team that didn't give up on him and didn't throw him under the bus. And he kept proving himself, worked his way up the ladder, got the Kell Brook fight, and it's pretty much been on and popping ever since then. You know what I mean? So I think that's the biggest thing. Eddie Hearn has not delivered. The two of them. Danny Jacobs has got really good fights with Eddie Hearn. He got the Canelo fight. He got Triple G fight. That was before Eddie. But you see what I'm saying? Jacobs has got some good fights. Peter Quillin, Triple G, Canelo, Derevyanchenko. He got good names. Selecki at the time when he was undefeated. Andre has not gotten this. So you're not going to just be able to storm a press conference and then and get the fight. You know what I mean? So that's just it. That's all I got to say about it. It missed me. The whole thing was like, people like, oh, I guess because y'all like it because it's drama, because it's drama. But I just thought the timing was super bad because I don't think people were jaws dropped over the Liam Williams performance. You were wearing a Billy Joe Saunders shirt, then you're wearing a T-shirt that says Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo ducking me. Then you pull up and get kicked out. Like it just, I don't know. I can't look dead like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand working towards your goals or whatever, but you gotta strategically do it and make it, like I said, so the fans are on your side for it. That's my opinion. Like Andrade, it's kind of like the same thing with Crawford. Like it makes you wonder if he would have signed to PBC, he probably could have PBC had Chris Eubank at a time. He probably could have got the Charlo fight. He could have got Jared Hurd or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But you stuck it out with Eddie, and Eddie ain't got you no fights, bro. And Canelo, he's continued to doing his thing. He's packing out a stadium, AT&T Stadium. It just doesn't look good. The optics don't look good. The optics don't look good. That's it. Shout out to Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York. We up in here. Yeah, never ran, never will. Shout out to Brownsville. Let me talk a little bit about the Canelo Saunders. That's all I got to say about the Andre situation. I know I was bumping my gums about that, but I didn't think it did what it was supposed to do. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I really feel more people are going to be pushing for other people like Benavidez, Caleb Plant, or Charlo to get the fight over Andrade. That's my honest opinion. The way David Benavidez is looking, the way he's been branding himself, the way Charlo continues to brand himself, and the way Caleb Plant, you're going to probably have more fans pushing for them to get a Canelo fight. I see. The thing is, I'm not against Canelo fighting a tough fight. I want to see him because we know he's been on this European assassination tour. That's a given. I've been told y'all that. So, I ain't switched up nothing. You know what I mean? He's on this European tour. I told you, the people they said were the Raws, I told you they weren't the Raws. Caleb Smith and Billy Joe Saunders. I think Caleb Plant is a super difficult fight. Super difficult. I think Caleb Plant could beat Canelo. You know what I mean? So I told you David Benavidez is super difficult fight. Charlo's super difficult based on the styles. So I told y'all that from the jump. Listen, when it's all written, they're going to have to put me in the history books. I am legend like I'm Will Smith. I told y'all all of this. So I'm not surprised by this. We know what Canelo's doing. We know he's fighting Billy Joe Saunders and Eastern Europeans and washed Kovalev. We've seen that. That's ain't nothing new. But all I'm saying is if there's a queue of fighters that the fans are going to fight for and push to see Canelo fight, I don't see Andre topping that list at this moment based on how he's been branded. People are going to rather see David Benavidez or, Charlo. That's what I honestly think, or Caleb Plant or whatever. Block Santos. You talk too much, bro. I just keep seeing your comments. Block Santos. Get him out of here. Gotta go. Anyway, let me talk about this Saunders. I know old media is mad. We just chilling. Smash the like button. Listen, I need y'all to smash the like button. I need y'all to get them likes up. Let me talk about Canelo Saunders. Can we get the likes up? If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Do yourself a favor. I'm dropping the illest content in boxing. Let's get it. Canelo versus Saunders. Jamel is a beast. We know that. Canelo Saunders. I don't know what the hell y'all allegedly watch, but most muff don't know ish about boxing. This is my personal opinion, and I believe most muff don't know ish about boxing. I don't know what fight you watch. Billy Joe Saunders didn't do jack. He didn't do jack. He didn't do what did he do to listen? I need somebody in the boxing game to let me know what Billy Joe Saunders was doing to win all them rounds you said he was winning. What was he doing? What did you like so much? Listen, y'all gonna make me kill this whole bottle. Old media is super quiet today too. Bro, what did Billy Joe Saunders really do? I'll give it to him. He tried. But I mean, you were an undefeated fighter. That's not, I mean, how much credit you get for trying? What was he doing? Canelo landed the harder shots throughout the whole fight. Canelo dictated the pace throughout the whole fight. Canelo landed the more impactful shots, power shots, not just jab. Shots where he was committing to the punch. Billy Joe Saunders' team post-fight, after he got his eye rearranged and broken, they said that Billy Joe Saunders started off slow. So how did people give Billy Joe Saunders any of them early rounds when his own team said that Billy Joe Saunders had a slow start? How did you give Billy Joe Saunders round one? Like I said, this is why I'm what counts in his boxing game. Most don't know ish about boxing. If you talk boxing based on your heart, mi corazón, instead of your brain and what you're seeing, then you're going to be wrong more often than not. Billy Joe's team did an interview. It's on YouTube. They said Billy Joe Saunders started off pretty slow. Their own admission. So how did people give Billy Joe Saunders the first round? What did he do? Canelo landed power shots. How are we going to prioritize an okay jab or decent jab against some jabs and power shots? See, and like, listen, some of y'all really don't know how to score boxing. That's one of the biggest issues. Some people will score boxing by the eye test, don't know what the actual criteria is, like ring generalship, effective aggression, blah, 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 right? And they'll just score it based on whatever they think they're seeing. And they're not even paying attention to the CompuBox numbers or, mentally keeping a CompuBox in your head about who's landing the better selection of punches. And then at the end of 3 minutes, they just like guess who they thought won the round or whatever. I don't do that. Like, I'm intently watching every second, every punch, every motion, every move to see who I position, to dominate or win that round or whatever, right? Billy Joe Saunders was not controlling the tempo. He didn't have, as I said in the Boxingego watch party, I don't think Billy Joe Saunders really had much of a game plan. I think his best rounds were just him in round 5, I think it was. Him just showing a bit of heart and trying to figure out block bitch lord. I wish I would lose to somebody named bitch lord. Bro, get him out of here. Get him out of here. I wish I would lose to somebody named that. Bro, I don't care what he's talking about. If your name is bitch lord, I don't even care what you even think about boxing. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to. The fact that you chose that for a username, bitch lord. I don't even care about your opinion. You could be like, oh, you could have the most like Teddy Atlas breakdown. He landed 6 jabs and this. I don't even care what you're saying. Your name is bitch lord. It's over. Nah, bro. I'm your lord now. You're out of here. Bro, his name is bitch lord. I never even heard of that. Where did these girls even come from, bro? I wonder if they moms seen them in the chat. Bitch lord. Johnny. Timothy. How could you? Bro, his name was bitch lord. Bro, I'm going to shut the channel down. If I ever lose to somebody named bitch lord, that sounds like a Star Wars character from like the deleted scenes. Like George Lucas is a little bit high. We got Darth Maul. We got Darth Vader. Luke Skywalker. I want to add another villain. I'm going to call him bitch lord. Bitch lord. Bro, George Lucas was hype. They mixed some Sherm with his stuff. The Empire Strikes Back, we're going to introduce a character called Bitch Lord. Bro, I do not want to see Luke, Bitch Lord is your father. In the Force, bro, get him out of here. That sounds like a bootleg Star Wars character. Get this man out of my chat forever, ever. He out of here, y'all. Listen, yeah. He out of here, bro. Block Abracadabra. You just trolling. You wasted all that name and all them letters just to get blocked. But get him out of here. He all the way out of here. I'm all the way up. Get him out of here, bro. Yeah, that sounds like some fake Star Wars. The Return of Bitch Lord. Bro, who is this? Anyway, Billy Joe Saunders, what was he doing that y'all allegedly seen that you love? Bro, he wasn't even committing to nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't even seem like he had a game plan, to be honest. It looked like he was just fighting off an instinct, and then he won a couple rounds. I gave him like 2 rounds, bro. What happened to all that Gypsies never quit? And Canelo's getting knocked out in the 11-12. Y'all don't know ish about boxing. Y'all see what I'm saying? Tyson Fury said Billy Joe Saunders was gonna knock out. He's like, I'm 1,000. Listen, we're gonna listen to Mr. Fury. Bro, I told you, I came to bring the pain, hardcore from the brain. I told you, this year is up. Let's listen to what Mr. Fury allegedly believed. Remember what I told y'all. Fake confidence. Fake confidence. People trying to sound confident, but you can usually tell the difference between real confident and fake confidence. Like when I say stuff, you hear my voice. You hear the tone. You hear the tonalities. You hear the conviction in my voice. You know I mean business when I say it. Bro, this is a bunch of fake confidence. He said, I've never been more sure about anything in me life than Billy Joe Saunders whooping. Listen.
How you feeling about the weekend, Tyson? Absolutely 100% confident we're going to smack this motherfucker. 100%. How do you see it going? Knockout? Yeah, 100%. I think he's going to give him a boxing lesson and smash him, stop him around about round 11 or 12. Really confident, honestly. Never been as confident about anything in my life. Billy's going to hit him with the jab, meet him straight with the jab, right in the mouth. Get up. Every time, ping, ping, ping. You're going to see something really special. Don't make Canelo out to be some killer. He's just a little man with a pair of boxing gloves on. That's all he is. I'm a motherfucking killer. I want to get agent and I'm going to smash his teeth right in for him. The big shithouse tosser. Sign the contract there, boy.
See, this must be some stuff like some gypsy stuff to hype yourself up. He said Don't make Canelo out to be some killer, but the man quit in the fight after he admonished Daniel Dubois for quitting. And he said, don't make Canelo out to be some killer. He's just a little man with some gloves. Well, that little man with some gloves said, ooh, and punctured your man cheek off and broke his. What are we talking about, bro? The UK is on wobbly legs in this boxing world. I've been telling y'all that. Listen, shout out to the UK fans, but y'all need some emergency. He needs some milk. Josh Taylor, I think he gonna lose. He fighting him. Listen, get ESPN Plus. Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, undisputed. We'll do the Boxingego watch party. Use my link to get ESPN Plus. The UK is in a state of an emergency. There's like 2 people left. And why do their fighters keep like having a face broken off? They got osteoporosis out there. They don't drink milk. What's good, bro? Daniel Dubois' face got shattered. Kell Brook. So basically, so realistically, Triple J, yeah, me, realistically, I got a chocolate brownie from Arrow and Terrence Bud. Like, bro, what's good? What's in the water out there, bro? They faces just disintegrate. Bro, people just Thanos snap and they cheeks collapse and stuff. Like, I need to understand, like, bro, is this a side effect to something you on? Like, what? How your face just keep like how? Okay, how is it just UK fighters' faces like collapsing, bro? That's are you on something? And this is a side effect. It weakens your bones. Like, I'm really curious, bro. Bro, how Kell Brook and Billy Joe trained in the same gym and got the same injury, and they faces collapse. And then we watch all these other fights where people get stretched. Like, how come Miguel Berchelt face didn't fall off? He got knocked out. Okay. Oscar Valdez knocked him out. He knocked him out, but his face didn't disintegrate. Like, come on. Hey, bro, they got osteoporosis or something. Like, somebody need to check this. Somebody said Austin Powers' teeth, calcium deficiency. Bro, they better take some Flintstone vitamins. This is getting crazy. And Fury's next, bro. Wait till a while. Oh my God. Ex-WBC champion of the world. Nah, bro. They better drink some horchata. Canelo better give him some horchata or some milk or something. Bro, Billy Joe's face collapsed after all that stuff he talked. Damn, son, how'd you get this beat? Bro, like I told y'all, who remembers me saying that? I said Canelo coming out with his own headphones on Saturday. Beats by Nello. I was born ready. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Who remembers I told you on Saturday Canelo was coming with his own brand new headphones. Beats by Nelly. Ooh! Bro, he said, ooh! Why he said the uppercut from hell? Yeah, he felt that one. Bro, I told you everything I say, look at how much of it becoming true. I told you Beats by Nello headphones would be available on the shelves Saturday night. And Canelo said, ooh! And the man's face disintegrated. Man, I'm a 1-1, so they try to emulate and imitate. Man, Canelo hit Billy Joe Saunders and his face started to disintegrate. Listen, man, I've been a great. You will get cracked like a dinner plate. Canelo hit Billy Joe Saunders with a ooh, and his face started to disintegrate. Listen, I said Billy Joe's face started to disintegrate like a dinner plate. I've been the great. Tank Davis style, I've been the ape. Listen. Listen, I've been listen, I said I've been listen. Tank Davis style. I've been the ape. I demonstrate. Canelo hit Saunders, made his face disintegrate like a dinner plate. Bro, what's popping, bro? Let's get it. I said, I'm Tank Davis. I've been an ape. I demonstrate. Canelo made Billy Joe Saunders' face disintegrate like a dinner plate. My job is too easy, bro. I said his face started to disintegrate like a dinner plate, bro. Tank Davis, Leo, I've been the ape. I hold the 8, bro. I hold the 8 and demonstrate, bro. Just stop playing with me, bro. My job is easy. This why I get paid the big bucks. You dig? Bro, what's going on with the UK with everyone's face getting shattered? Listen, how come fighters from the UK come to America and the fights be looking different? Kell Brook versus Terrence Crawford, Vegas. His face started to disintegrate and imitate and emulate and bend. Explain that. Kell Brook, he like in the UK, he be all of his fights right before that was knockouts and stuff and wins, and then he fight Crawford in Vegas in the bubble, and then his face disintegrate. He get knocked out by a jab. Billy Joe Saunders fight in Texas, his face fall off. Man, come on, bro. Listen, I said I'm an ape on the tape. You don't play with the best. Canelo hit him in the cheek, knocked his face. That's faces of death. Listen, I don't know, bro. I don't even know what to say. I'm tired of being right. Yeah, Fury's eyes finna fall out. Kell Brook. Yeah, come on, bro. Something's up. We need an investigation. We need an investigation going. I think Josh Taylor is going to lose to Ramirez. Excuse me. I think Josh Taylor going to lose. Bro. I think Josh Taylor going to lose. I think Ramirez has the style to do it. Bro, if Josh Taylor lose, that's going to give the UK the blues. And then it's just Tyson Fury be the last level boss. He'll be the last level boss. He said you will lose. Who is that? Drago? You will lose. I must break you. Bro, he said I will lose. What? Block him. Listen, when they hate, donate. That's all y'all got to do. They be so mad when I be getting it right. Warren said, I got it. Shout out to Warren Albert. He was a rat because he was leaving regular comments before that. Anyway, whatever. Christian Boswell, my guy, what's up? He said he back. Good to have you. He said Taylor quitting next. Bro, I really believe Tyson Fury cheated. Like, where was all this gypsy magic for Billy Joe Saunders? Where was how did the Wilder Fury 1 look totally different from Wilder Fury 2? Like they look like two different fights. That's what I want to know. How did Wilder, like normally, okay, Manny Pacquiao, I want to is up to 1-1, but that board 45. Every Manny Pacquiao fight with Marquez was a banger. Even the fourth one. They were all like competitive. Imagine if Pacquiao just smoked after having all competitive fights with him, just smoked him. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, where did that come from? Look at how fights like evolve over the trilogies and stuff. The man Wilder slept Fury and dropped him twice. And then Tyson Fury walks him down and makes his ears bleed with these mysterious gloves that have never been seen alive ever since. And I know y'all shook because the whole time Canelo was about to fight his gypsy buddy, people were like, check the gloves, check the gloves. So y'all know y'all believe it, because y'all wouldn't have been trying to protect Canelo if you didn't believe that this could be true. Whatever. Whatever. Anyway, I'm out. I've done my service. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I got more stuff dropping. If you got ideas for the channel, let me know. Very productive, very successful weekend. Let's give ourselves a round of applause, clap emojis, smash the likes up. Man, I don't believe Tyson Fury. Bro, this is the man that said Conor was training him, and then Conor said who the fuck is that? Conor said, I never even talked to him. I don't trust nothing about Fury, bro. He said this is the man, Fury's the man said he fighting December 5th. And then December 5th came, and then he said, I'm not fighting December 5th. This is the man said he'll never fight in the UK because they disrespected him. Then he said he fighting December 5th in the UK. Then he said he not fighting December 5th. This is the man that said that Canelo was going to get knocked out in the 11th or 12th round by Billy Joe Saunders, and Billy Joe Saunders quit and his eye broke up. I don't believe nothing this man says. I wouldn't even ask Fury for the time, real talk. I wouldn't even ask him the time. He seemed like he'll lie about that. Fuck around, it'd be 11. And he'd be like, hey, what time is it? Oh, it's a 7:15. Like, you just lying for no reason. You ask him what the time is, like, damn, it's that late? And you look at you look at your phone or something, it's not, he didn't even tell you the time on the watch. Ego be styling on these hands. That's my job. Man, we did good this weekend. That's all I know. We made a lot of money. Prediction was right. We had entertainment, we had fun. Listen, I'm going to continue to develop the Boxingego watch party. We're going to make them bigger and bigger and better. So I got my work cut out for me. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Canelo Saunders. Canelo beat that boy. Ah, man, you know I beat that boy. I don't know what y'all allegedly watch. Big Jurors in the building. You are a boxing encyclopedia. Please explain how Ortiz is ranked 1 and Porter ranked number 2. I don't care about these rankings. They finna have Scrooge McDuck ranked number 1 next week. I don't know. I'm out. Digital Mob. Let's get it. Peace, y'all.